Hi Stampers, I'm Nancy Novak from stampandshout.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, please click subscribe and also click that notification bell so you'll know when I am doing a new video. Doing something different this week. I have 3 amazing cards in just one video. This is Thanksgiving week and I know everyone's busy, so I'll keep it short and sweet, but you won't want to miss these 3 special cards. And this week I am featuring the translucent floral stamp set, and it also has coordinating dies. So I'm going to show you something different with this stamp set. From everything I've seen, people are doing all the pastels and beautiful colors with the translucent stamp set, which I definitely will be doing. But I have a couple of occasions coming up in December, so I am going to make all of my translucent floral cards wintry and Christmassy, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So we're going to do a Wintry Birthday Bliss card. We're going to do a bold red and black congratulations card, and we're going to do a fun fold Christmas cheer card. And if you watch my videos, you know that my videos are very quick. I do all the fast forwarding for you, so you don't have to sit and watch that kind of stuff. We just get down to the creative beauty of all the cards. And here's today's card. So like I said, I have a December birthday coming up, so I decided to use the translucent florals in pretty red and green. And this paper right here, it might look like it's shaded spruce cardstock, but it's actually the Christmas or the Joy of Christmas designer series paper. And it's really pretty, so you'd have to see it up close. And then we have some gold embossing, and inside it says, "You're the best." So we're going to make this card first. And the supplies I'm using are shaded spruce, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have 2 white pieces, one for stamping inside and one for the front. And for the front, I already ran this through the Snowflake Day embossing folder. I believe that's what it's called. So it has a lot of beautiful texture there. And I thought that's perfect for a wintry birthday, right? And there's that piece of designer series paper. There's the other side. And then I have a strip for stamping my sentiment, and I also have a scrap of shaded spruce for my sentiment. So first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to show you how to stamp with this stamp set. So I'm going to stamp a flower in real red, and I'm using the big flower. Now the stamp set has several different flowers. It has a big one, a medium-sized one, and a little one, and the same thing with the leaves. And it has a little bit of a sprig, and it has a stem, and it has lots of great sentiments too. Happy birthday, you're the best, and congratulations, wishing you all the happiness in the world. So let's do a little bit of stamping first on a scrap here. Again, I'm stamping this flower in real red. The trick with stamping with this is to do a nice quick stamp. If you hold it there too long, now that one's not too bad, but I found that if you hold it there too long, sometimes it gets a little bubbly inside. But this one's working perfectly. So my stamp pad and everything must be just right. And look at that pretty flower. It's just gorgeous. So we're going to cut that out eventually with the dies. But next we're going to do a couple of leaves. So this has, like I said, a couple of different leaves, a single leaf, a double leaf, and a whole stem. We're going to do the double leaf, and I'm going to do that in shaded spruce. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? For the little sprig and for the sentiment, we're going to emboss that with gold powder. So I'm going to stamp that in Versamark. So I'm going to do, here's my sample here. I'm going to do 2 sprigs in the gold, and I'm going to also stamp the happy birthday. I'm just going to cut this a little bit smaller. So I'm bringing in my little tray here and gold embossing powder, and then we're going to heat that up. Okay, so the gold embossing is done, the stamping is done. So now I'm going to bring in the coordinating dies, and I'm going to cut out, I only need 1 flower. So I'm going to cut out 1 flower, and then I'm going to cut out 2 set of leaves, and I'm going to cut out 2 sprigs, and then we'll come back for the happy birthday. I'm going to punch that out with the oval punch. Okay, so here are the pieces that we need to put our card together. And then the happy birthday, I'm going to punch that out with the oval punch, just like that. And then I'm going to bring in the scrap of shaded spruce, and I'm going to punch out a scalloped oval. And now we can put our card together. So I'll bring back in my card base and my little embossed piece. First thing I'm going to do is glue the strip to the white embossed piece, and then I'm going to glue that to our card front. Okay, now I'm going to assemble the flowers. So I'm going to pop this up, and then I'm going to put the leaves and the sprigs underneath. So I'm going to bring in a dimensional, a couple of dimensionals. And then I'm just going to fit the leaves and the sprigs behind and just attach it with glue. And if the sprig doesn't fit, you can trim it. There, isn't that pretty? So I'm going to glue these two pieces together, and I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. Then we're going to stamp the inside. I'm going to do a little stamping here. I'm going to bring in the stem stamp, and I'm going to stamp that in shaded spruce. I'm also going to stamp "You're the Best," and I'm also going to stamp a flower. I saved the "You're the Best" stamp because I wanted to show you guys one more time how to put the little label on the back. So all of the stamp sets come with a little label sheet, and the way I like to do it, let me bring this one in, is you peel off the entire sticker, just like that, and then put it on a stamping block. Then you peel off the layer that exposes the sticky. Then you bring your stamp in, make sure it's lined up the correct way. Now I'm just going to attach the sticker to the back this way. Just like that. And that's how you put your sticker on. So easy. So let's go ahead and stamp. Let's see, how did I do this one? I stamped "You're the Best" and the stem in shaded spruce and the flower in real red. Okay, now I'm going to glue that to the inside of our card. And there is your wintry birthday card. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. It's very, very pretty in person. So I hope you like that. So now let's move on to our bold red and black congratulations card. So here's the big bold red and black congratulations card. So actually I thought this would be beautiful for a winter wedding card. Or you could just put congratulations. You could put happy birthday inside. Again, like I said, this set has both the congratulations and the happy birthday stamp. So you could make this into a winter birthday card or even a Valentine's Day birthday card. Your options are pretty much endless, but what's fun about this is these flowers were made with the dies. So let me bring the die set in again. So these big pieces here, there's two like this, and then there's two smaller ones. Those are the dies that I used to make this flower, and I just cut them out of a scrap of red. So there's my scrap, and I just cut these out. I have that already done. Let me bring that in. So there are the flower pieces for the large flower. There they are for the small flower. And let's see, I went ahead and stamped my leaves and red sprigs. So I have all that done. The only thing different for this card, like I said, is we're going to make the flowers out of the die cuts. Also, I cut out these little flower centerpieces out of black. And one more thing is I stamped the congratulations on black cardstock with Versamark, and then I heat embossed it with the white powder. So I have all that done. So I'm going to show you how to put these flowers together and the card. We have a little bit of that pretty Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper and that beautiful black and white gingham bow. Beautiful. So I have a card base of white. I have an inside and front piece of black and an inside and front piece of white and a piece of that Designer Series paper. And I have a little strip of Designer Series paper that we're going to put on the inside after we stamp. So to put the flowers together, I'm going to use a glue dot. And they're funny. They're funny shaped. They're odd shaped, but when you put them together, they're very, very pretty. So let me just look at them for a second. I'm going to put a glue dot in the center of that one there, which is, I'm going to consider the bottom piece. And then I'm going to bring this one in. See, that's a funny looking petal, but it's really pretty when you put it together on your card. I'm just going to meet them in the center with that glue dot. And that will hold it together. And then these two pieces, I'm just lining them up. See how I want them to lay? Just like that. So I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle of that one right there. Okay, that's how easy that is. And then I'm going to glue the centers on. So there's a little one and a larger one, and I'm going to glue those right on the appropriate little flower. Okay, so our flowers are done. I'm going to show you how I angled this paper, and let me go get my cutter. So this piece is 3 3/4 by 3 inches. And you don't have to worry about the measurements or the supplies I use because I do have project sheets for all of my cards on my blog. So after the video, you can go back there and look for the project sheets, and it'll have the supplies, the colors, everything I used, shopping links, everything that you need. So this is 3 inches, and then I put a little tick mark right there at 1 3/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my cutting machine, and I'm going to line the point and the tick mark, and then I'm just going to cut a straight line that way. And that's it. That's how I did it. Very, very simple. And I'll save that, of course, for another project. Okay, so let's bring in the front of our card. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this Designer Series paper on first. Then I'm going to attach my flowers. You want to put the Designer Series paper on first. That way it shows you how much space you have up here to put all your little different elements up there. So it fits just like that. I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the black layer. So I'm going to pop the flowers up with dimensionals, and then we're going to glue our other little pieces, the leaves and the sprigs, behind. Just like that. So if you'll notice, I did cut a little bit of the leaf or the stem or the sprig if I needed to fit it underneath there, and then I just glued it on. Now I'm going to take a piece of the ribbon, and I'm actually going to see how much I need, and I'm just going to tape it on the back on that angle. So I'm just going to bring in some regular old tape, and I'm just going to tape it right on the back. Just like that. I thought this design was pretty because it kind of mimics that pretty Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper. Then I'm going to bring in a bow, and I'm going to attach that with a glue dot. Just like that. And then the congratulations is going to go right down here. I'm going to put this on the front of the card first. So don't forget, if you are new, please click that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join us. And generally I do weekday videos at noon. I'm just changing it up during the holidays, but I do have a lot of holiday projects that I will be sharing. So subscribe and click that notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I'm popping on to do a video. Okay, so that is just going to be glued down just like that. Fits perfectly. Okay, now we're going to do the inside of our card. So don't forget, I do have project sheets on my blog, stampandshout.blogspot.com. Has all the measurements, the sizes, supplies, everything you need. Or you can scroll down below and you'll see the words project sheet. And that's the link that takes you right to my blog to get all that information. Plus, I have great big pictures of my projects there. So on the inside here, I am going to stamp wishing you all the happiness in the world. Okay, so I'm stamping the inside sentiment using Memento black ink. And again, this sentiment is from the translucent floral stamp set. Beautiful. So I'm going to glue the white piece to the black piece to the inside of the card, and then I'm going to put a pretty strip of designer series paper to finish off the inside. Okay, so there are the flowers using the die cuts. A nice bold black and red congratulations card. You could switch it up, make it a birthday card. Or again, I like this for a December wedding card or even a January or February wedding card. It's beautiful colors. Wishing you all the happiness in the world. So that's your second card. Now we're going to go on to a Christmas card. So this is a fun fold Christmas card. And it just opens up just like this. And that's the whole card. So it's just got a base and that little centerpiece and the pretty Joy of Christmas designer series paper. And again, we're using the translucent florals in big, bold colors, Christmas colors, just to change it up a little bit to show you the versatility of this stamp set. So I am excited to show you some other cards with the pretty pastels, fresh freesia, purple, all my favorite flower colors. But since it's wintertime, I thought this would be perfect. So actually, I'm going to change this one up. This one here is in real red. I'm going to make this one with shaded spruce. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I have another piece of shaded spruce that is 8.5 by 2 3/4, and it's scored at 4 1/4 right in the middle. That's going to be our center piece. Then I have an inside piece of white, and then on the front I have a layer of real red and a layer or stamping piece of white. And I have some of that pretty designer series paper. Again, all the sizes are on the project sheet. You can definitely go find that by scrolling down below and looking for the words project sheet. It'll take you right to my blog with all that information. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp. So I'm going to bring in the front stamping piece, and I'm going to stamp in shaded spruce. I'm going to use the full leaf stamp. So I choose my colors because those are the colors that are in the designer series paper. So I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it up towards the top so it leaves me a little bit of room for my sentiment at the bottom. For my sentiment, I'm using the sentiments from Merriest Trees. Love and Joy is going to go on the front, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas is going to go on the inside. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment in real red. Pretty. And we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside. Let me show you the inside. We Wish You a Merry Christmas. I'm going to stamp that in shaded spruce. And I'm going to bring a scrap in, and we're going to stamp some of the flowers that we need for the front. We need a large flower and 2 small flowers. So I'm going to stamp those in real red. Now I'm going to cut those out, and then we'll put our card together. So let's finish the front of this flower scene, and we're going to pop that up with dimensionals. So I'll put 2 and then 1 each on the little flowers. Then I'm going to bring in the red piece, and I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together. Then we'll bring in our card base and we'll attach the designer series paper on each end, leaving a little bit of a border. Okay, now this piece is going to go right in the center, and I'm going to attach that using tear and tape. Just like that. Now this piece is going to go on here, but before that, I'm going to go ahead and tie. I got a little piece of red ribbon, and this is the real red ribbon and the burlap ribbon combo pack. So let's see, this is about 10 inches. I'm just going to tie a little double knot around here. Just a little short one, and then I'm going to put a little glue dot under there to keep it in place. Okay, now I can glue this to the front of our card. Just like that. And I'm going to glue our sentiment on the inside. And there you go. So just a real simple, fun card, a little bit different. And here's the one that's in real red. So I hope you liked my little Thanksgiving week trio of cards using the translucent floral stamp set. If you are interested in purchasing this stamp set and the dies, that information, there is a link down below. And again, I have all of the sizes and everything that I use is on my blog on the project sheet. I do want to mention that if you do shop with me, I do offer the featured cards, which are these 3 cards. So that's just a little thank you for shopping with me. I do hope you were inspired and liked the different use of the translucent florals with the pretty reds and the green colors. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. Go ahead and type in where you're watching us from, and we'll give you a warm welcome. And I will see you again. Don't forget, click that notification bell, because you know I will be popping in with more holiday surprises. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.